Chat. All right, I'm a little late, y'all, so I'm gonna give it a little time. I hope everybody's okay. If you come in, give it a like. Y'all can tell I'm tired. A like, thumbs up, share it out if you feel it's gonna help anybody. Oh what? I wasn't on last week. What did I have going on last weekend? I can't remember. I know I had homework. Um, I did a lot of running around, so I didn't get in here, and it was too late to put it up. I need to schedule a time, and I think Sundays about 5:30 is going to be my time. But we got daylight savings coming, and I know that my schedule is going to change. I just can't remember what time my schedule is going to change to. I think I'm going to 11:30 to 8, which I like because I'm a night person. I'm not a morning person. I'm hoping I'm not going 9:30, but I might. I got to go see what it's going to do. But I know the schedule is going to change. I'm a bit tired. I got a new desk, so I'm trying to clean up my old desk. I ain't let y'all see it because it's a hot mess. I'm trying to clean up my old desk right now so that I can put up my new desk. So I'm working on that as we speak. Um, I'm working on that. So um, I had a second, no, a third monitor sitting there because when I first started this company, they hadn't given us our monitors in the beginning, and I've got two other monitors, so I brought those in order. No, did I bring both in? I can't remember. I think I brought one of them, maybe both of them in, so that I could actually put the desk up. So right now I've got a new desk. It's longer. I think it's 71 inches, something like 71, 72 inches. And it also has a kind of like a filing cabinet thing on it. Once I get it all up together, I will probably, or get the area straightened up, I'll film some of it, maybe even show me trying to put it together. I love putting stuff together. Um, the company, FedEx, y'all, these delivery people, they're horrible. So and I did order this desk through Temu. I hadn't used them, but the desk was on Amazon and Walmart. And I'd been looking at this desk for quite a while. The desk was close to 300 initially. I didn't pay that much for it. I paid mm, $60 cheaper than that. So two something, but not that, not 300. Um, Walmart had it more expensive than Amazon. I haven't really shopped at Amazon lately. And even before us doing this blackout thing, I hadn't really shopped at Amazon. Um, but Walmart had it, and then Amazon was cheaper by about $10. Amazon also had what they call the gray black version of it for like 199. But I didn't like it's the same desk, but the laminate or whatever on there, I didn't like the look of it. So they charge more for the better looking one, obviously. And so something before I was getting ready to purchase it, because I really, really, really need a better desk setup, something said check Temu. I hadn't used Temu, but I went on there and I looked, and voila, I find this desk cheaper than both Amazon and Walmart, same exact desk. I've never ordered through Temu, so I said, well, I'm gonna try it. So I did it, and it was Afterpay, so you can break it out in 4 payments. Ordered the desk. The first part of the desk, which I think is the bookshelf portion, or I don't call it the bookshelf, you can store like a big large computer. It's got doors, like cabinetry. That part of the desk came first. That came on Wednesday of this week that just passed. These geniuses deliver the rest of the desk somewhere else. The sad part is, it's the same exact delivery driver's name that was on it. So how you deliver to one area and then deliver the desks the other part to somewhere else. So I still got to talk to Timo. I got part of it, and have to deal with that drama. And they took pictures, which is beautiful because my door and my window is green. My I have a table out there where they took the picture of the original table is sitting, or the package I got here to the correct place is sitting there, and my blinds are white. Where they delivered the other half of the desk, it looks like a front window like mine, except the edging is white, not green, and the blinds for that one are brown. And there are several different buildings in this area. I think they parked on the street and they just dropped it off, just put it off on because there's no way where there's just no way. It's insanity. So I call and well, I sent online and I called and they're like, oh, well, we're gonna send somebody. You ain't sending nobody to look for nothing. Then all of a sudden I get something, oh, well, we'll follow up with you. Ain't nobody followed up with me. What they did is they put it in there and they told me, well, if you don't get it by day 3, if it we then go ahead and call the shipper. I got issues. I got issues. Anywho, I haven't contacted the shipper yet. I got to do that. I got to go deal with them. So only half of the deaths was delivered. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's that's that. Um, very irritated. Irritated. But again, I don't think it's the shipper's fault. They did ship. The only thing I don't like is they shipped in 2 packages and they came from 2 different states. So I don't know. You might have multi warehouses, and one part has to come from one place or another. That happens with furniture, right? So that the chair I got, I like it, but there was another chair I done seen on Amazon that I like. But now we gotta watch Amazon, so you can't. So I'm gonna see if I can find it somewhere else. Um, that's kind of how things going. So since we're 6 minutes in, and I'm gonna go ahead because ain't nobody on here yet, and I may not be on here long because I do have homework too. So last week I did shot number 5, which was the increased dosage to 0.50. And before you start out 0.25. When I started out 0.25, within 4 weeks, I guess I was down, I lost 13 pounds. I don't go see him for 3 months. So from the last time I was in, so shot number 1 would have been the first week. And now I'm at shot number 2. So 5 and 6. So I'm on the 6th shot. That shot actually was 0.50 so, as well. I have not had any of the stomach side effects. I was having stomach issues before the Ozempic. So I haven't had any of the stomach issues, at least what some people have described as a severe cramping and things like that. I gotta see what my appointment is. I got a colonoscopy, what do you call it? Pre-appointment. And then I think they schedule you for the colonoscopy. I gotta see when we're gonna do that and get all that set up. And then I also got to get to the neurologist for the tremors. And then I gotta find some paperwork. I gotta see what happened with this paper. I had some paperwork around here. I don't know, did I mail it? Oh no, he told me they didn't get it. And I don't know. Things have been so kind of haphazard right now because I'm just trying to get things in order that I don't know. My brain is sometimes not braining. And if I'm tired, it's really not braining. And I've been tired. I need to take like some consecutive days off. Um, for those of you who are watching the madness, my God. I'm sitting back and I'm watching all of the craziness that's going on right now. And I just did a Christian video to my Christian group. And I want to say, how y'all doing? Because I know what's going on is heavy. It's heavy for minorities. It's really heavy. And but what's interesting to me, and I told my Christian group, I believe that God put that person there. It's just a biblical Christian principle for those who, if you say you Christian and you say you believe in that Bible, then in the book of Daniel it says God raises up kings, he removes kings. He's the one that puts the leadership in the positions they have, whether you like it or don't like it. And I know people want, as I told my Christian group, you want God to be a teddy bear that operates like how you want him to operate. That's craziness. He's God. That's so you want to be the entitled child that tells your parent what to do. That's craziness. And if you got a good parent, you shouldn't have to do that because a good parent is going to handle things accordingly, but a good parent also disciplines. And based on where society is, based on the morality of society, yeah, we're not lining up. We're self-centered idolatry. Our idolatry is that we worship ourselves. And God don't like idolatry. He don't want anything before him. And right now, the way we are, even within certain Christian circles who follow certain theological views, such as Word of Faith and Prosperity Gospels, who it's all about you. I'm the head, not the tail, and blah, 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 blah. And you made God subservient to you. Part of what we're going through is because of this. Because God, as I said, when this individual was in there before, God gave us us. He gave us a self-centered, narcissistic individual. He gave us us. And so we can either choose to wake up and repent, and that's not going to necessarily stop things as they are happening right now, because too many folks are hard-headed, and on top of that, time is wrapping up, so we have to get to a certain trajectory. That's just point blank period. So as I told my group, get ready for the ride. We on the ride. We on a trajectory, and that trajectory is not up. It's a trajectory straight down. Okay, we're wrapping up. We're getting to a point. We're getting to an end. So get on the ride. Make sure your life is right. Get things in order. What's happening needs to happen. It's sad. It's the only thing that's going to give people, maybe make them look up. Um, but it's also going to usher in some other things. And even with the prior presidents, it was the same thing. It ushered in some things. Sadly, I got a vibe that we're going to end up in a war. I'm almost thinking it might be twofold: an internal war and an external war. Um, whew, is a lot of heavy stuff going on. And there needs to be, because as I talk to people, or even just watch people, there's this, and again, it's all about self. There's this interaction about self that is just weird. I watched a girl who is a minority, not African American minority, part of the Latino community, and she proceeded to tell how they are supposedly the original white folk. It's amazing to me because we want to be better than. And so again, this is that self-entitlement, I'm better than, I want to be better than somebody else. So because you see white as a positive and a good thing, oh, we're the original whites. What's wrong with you? Why would you want to be the very individuals that have oppressed you? What's wrong with you? And if anything, educate yourself. And let's come up out of this. Granted, we use this color thing, which I hate. White and black and brown. I hate it. Notice that in the race, they don't have brown, they have white and black, and then they give you a little column over here, ethnicity. Stay in your lane. Go back into the ethnicity category. And black folks, we want to sit and say, oh, we got some of us, we're the original Hebrew, what's it, the Hebrew Israelites? Lord help us all. Because again, in the Bible, it talks about the Israelites being the first chosen. No, those are the ones that are over there. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Now, we can be grafted in, and some of us in there might have adopted, because if you come off of Ethiopians and Queen of Sheba, maybe you did adopt the faith of becoming a Jew or Jewish. You might have adopted the religion. But the original people are the ones in that country, and some that are scattered in different countries. That's the original. And they're not white. That's another. It's just so mind numbing. Hey, Tiffany, what's up, baby? How's it going? How's the weather? No, I'm chin wagging. Tiffany, where you at again? Where you at? What part of the country? Are you in Texas? Are you in Texas? Let me know if you're in Texas. I can't remember if you were Texas, too. I think I got a couple people in Texas. And what's the weather? And while you can you hear me okay? And while you answering that, I'm gonna finish my rant. And y'all know from some of my previous videos, when I talk on this color thing, it bothers me. I laugh because the Nazi convention right before old boy got in office, man, they dog whistled the Latino folk. They jacked us too, but they really was after y'all, and that's what got me, because I watched this little girl, and I know she a baby. She a baby, and she know what the heck she's talking about. You driving to Texas, okay? Tiffany, you a driver? Are you a trucker? And you ain't been on in a minute. Highway 65. Oh, 65 degrees. Nice. And you haven't been on in a minute, though. I haven't seen you in a minute. Because I know I got you a wrench. I remember that. But are you from Texas? I forgot where you were from. I forgot where you from. I'm going to go back to my rant, and I'll come back to that. Be safe, driver. Yeah. Oh, food. Now we talking. Now I remember, because I think I told you my grandparents, my grandmother was from Louisiana. Yeah, food. Look, you see my fat butt who's trying to become unfat. Yeah. You talk about the food. Boudin. Boudin, my friend. Boudin. Yes, ma'am. Boudin. Oh, we got a sausage place over here. Now you got me thinking about I'm gonna stop in because they actually do all sorts of sausage. I've never tried their boudin. You live in a okay. You live in Louisiana or you live in LA, California? You live in Los Angeles or do you live in Louisiana? Anyway, this little Latino girl was on here. I don't know. And I'm not a TikTok fan. Lafayette. Okay, Lafayette, Louisiana. Okay. Good food. I just know your food is good. Huh. Yeah. I want to come and have a true muffalata, the sandwich. This lady, I forgot what her name is. She used to be on the Food Network, and she made a muffalata and had me wanting to drool like a cocker spaniel. Nah, the Rotties drool. Cockers don't drool. Like a Rottweiler. Yeah. I wanted to drool like that. Sandwich looks so good. All the way she did, I'm like, my God, I need that in my life. That sandwich looks good. And I love gumbo and jambalaya. Yeah, them two right there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I wouldn't mind a seafood bowl. I've never done a seafood bowl. Oh, and crawdads. I like me some crawdads. There's a place called the Crawfish Hole. It's like a little hole in the wall. I think it's Crawfish Hole too. And it was across from this little hole in the wall gas station, fuel stop, truck stop. And we would run across the little highway to go eat there when I was training. Bomb. They when the crawfish are in season. Yeah, that sounds good too. See, I can't talk to you right now because I'm starting to get hungry again. I usually only this morning. What I had some of those little wraps. You know, the Asian wraps. Oh, Mardi Gras too. Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to come to Mardi Gras. I went when I was a kid. I told you. I think I've told you in previous video. My my aunt's ex husband. He was with the Urban League. Was the director of Urban League Tucson, and I went to babysit for them when I was age 13, and it was in New Orleans. And yeah, I'm good. I'm too busy already. If I want to come, I just want to come and enjoy eat. I don't want to come with a whole bunch of people. I want to come, eat, and go. I'm good. Stay at a hotel or a B&B and then go. I'm good. Oh, you had some good fudge too. I think y'all had fudge too. That was good down there. Um, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I don't even. And I haven't been there. When I went, it was prior Katrina, so that was in the '80s. So it was prior to Katrina. So I didn't see any of the damages other than what was on TV with Katrina. But I was there before Katrina happened, so I haven't been back to Louisiana other than driving through. And I don't even know. I think I delivered once at a Home Depot in Louisiana, but I never really stopped. Yeah, the pecan candy is on hit. Yes, ma'am. I remember it. I remember. Yes, I do. Yeah, pecan candy. And pecan is not my favorite nut. My favorite nut is almond or macadamians. Those are my favorite two nuts. But the pecans, yeah, the praline candy, yeah, it was on hit. That was good. It was good. What you thinking of the blackout? And have you been participating? I even though, yeah, man, I was talking about, and I just want to share this because I get people want to be better than, and that's really what's going on with some of us, which I was about to mention. But I watched a little Latino girl, and I think it's like a little clip. I think it was a clip on here, like some of these they try to do short clips in order to compete with TikTok, and it just showed up, and she was saying how they're the original white folks. What's wrong with you? Why? Why do you want to go there? You already see what folks is doing. Why do you want to be part of that? Matter of fact, they got to deal with their folks. That's what black folks sitting back right now. We're like, you know what? We can go to the hood grocery stores. We can go to Latino grocery stores. We go to Asian markets. We all good. Yeah, yeah. And it's a kicker because some people don't realize like Sam's Club and Walmart are the same company. I didn't know Walmart was doing it too. Walmart and what's killing me about Walmart of all groups, Target I can kind of see. Walmart really blew me back. Most of your employees are minorities in most of your major populated cities. Now, if I go to Nebraska I've been in Nebraska where I knew that I did not exist. They didn't have a black hair care section. When I walked up in there, they was looking like, "Ooh, black people. We ain't never seen y'all before in the area of Nebraska I was in." I get, and that's gonna be only your white folks. But the other problem, which is the wake up call, is that this is not only racist. That's going on. Racism. It's classes, and I'm talking about economic class. It's classes, and so now there's certain folks who are not of our persuasion are realizing that they own folks don't really give a good doggone about them because it's classes. Is everybody sitting back now? I forgot my cup. They sitting back on it like, y'all worry about it. I watched the lady, she had me rolling. She said, y'all just, black people just stay in your house. We tried to tell them, they don't want to listen. So now that it's affecting them, and that's really what has happened, now that it's truly affecting people, now you want to go and address it. But, and again, I'm Christian, so I do believe God put the person in there because everybody is so self-centered and caught up into themselves. This is a judgment thing coming on, and also time's wrapping up. Very much so, time is wrapping up. Um, but yeah, a lot of people are sitting up there in the madness. Yeah, well, and again, how can I put this? From the Christian perspective, I believe he is supposed to be there. But always, some people think when I say that, they think, oh, well, it's a good thing. No, God didn't always put leaders in positions for good reasons. The Old Testament gives us tons of leaders that he allowed to and are commanded to put Israelites into captivity because they were morally bankrupt or doing stuff they weren't supposed to do or idolatrous. And right now we're an idolatrous country. It's not that we follow, well, some people do, Buddha and all these other gods, but really the idols have become ourselves. Man has become its own God. Self-centered, self-willed, self-driven, and middle finger to God of the Bible. So let me give you. Because that individual is self-centered, self-willed, narcissistic, lies, and people live in lies. So does he. Pretty much he gave us. You got people who are, I mean, it's just absolutely astonishing to me that dog whistles came for your culture, your people. And you want to say you the original white folk. Hold on. What the hell wrong with you? I cannot. I'm just disobedience. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So God gave us. I said that the last time this individual was in office. So my father was alive when he was last time in office. And Grumpy was a narcissist, massive narcissist. I said, oh, your brother's on TV, meaning his boy, right? Because to me, they're narcissists, all into themselves. It's all about them, and they lie. They live in their own delusion. It's a hand-in-hand thing with a person with narcissistic disorder. They lie a lot, a lot. And their lies become their reality, or they'll make them real. And he would get mad, but then they were very much alike. And I told him exactly what I thought and what the issues were. And pretty much later on, we have this, what's her name, Mary Trump, the niece, come in, and everything I said, that lady confirmed. I ain't part of the man's family. I just know a narcissist when I see one. I know a damaged kid when I see something. My heart still goes out to him because he's a broken individual. I pray that maybe he wake up, but America's going through this because we are disobedient, we are idolatrous, we are self-centered. It's all about us. And like I told people, some people did not vote for him that are, let's say, of the white persuasion because they were MAGA. Some voted out of their own self-interest. I got one lady, and they don't care about anybody else. So again, you voted not seeing the big picture. I would rather just be a zero. Don't vote. Just sit in the center and watch the madness, because I don't like the other side either. Sit in the center and watch the madness on both sides. But instead, oh, well, I voted for him. And I'm not mad. I voted for him because he promised to do X, Y, Z. Ma'am, did you see him in that office the first time? Have you paid attention? Do you pay attention? Do you see how much lying that boy do? And, and you voted for him because he was going to give you in vitro or whatever the hell he said he's going to promise. Uh-huh. My dude, if you feel you didn't have a choice, just don't vote. Just sit in the center and let everybody else do the foolishness and let God do God. But you went and checked the box. Crazy as hell. Oh, my friend Linda, she loved the grumpy stories. Child. I was talking about Hillary and Grumpy the other day. Because when I was out working for Wells out there in Lubbock, and I would come home and him and Hillary was sitting there giving her cookies. I said, bro, she gonna have to run. So, well, she like cookies. I like cookies. We like cookies. My dude, are you gonna be up in the middle of the night taking that dog to the bathroom? We just had a few cookies. We like cookies. She like cookies. Dude, you're not supposed to give her chocolate. Now, granted, it's the dark chocolate that's bad for dogs, but really you shouldn't give chocolate. I said, bruh, she gonna have to run. So the next day I come back, this ninja giving her crackers. Him and her eating Ritz crackers. I said, bruh, she gonna have to run. You said we couldn't have cookies. So I had some Ritz crackers. And Sister Parker made some chicken salad. So I'm having some chicken salad and I gave her some crackers. She like crackers, I like crackers, we like crackers. Ninja, bruh, if you don't listen, don't get that dog no more food. But I had Linda laugh because I remember that was funny to me. But yeah, everything right now, and it's funny because speaking of Grumpy, I remember he talked about his dad. And two things I'm noticing. You got people that are so self-centered, they're not watching what's going on right now. They have absolutely no clue. They just sitting here, la 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 la, living their best life and not thinking nothing about what's going on right now. Zero. And I'm gonna tell you, facts. Something coming. And Monty's father used to have a saying. His father said he watched the news because if they say run, ninja, run, it's time to run. Right now, you sitting up here going back and forth to work, going out with your family, thinking everything. I got another friend of mine. I just can't watch the negativity. And blah. Child, you better pay attention. All the madness going on. You need to pay attention. And right now, I'm watching people and they're not paying attention. You need to pay attention. The way things are going, America's about to be in the war. And that's exactly what old boy wants. So you really need to pay attention. Folks ain't paying attention. Not only that, everything that's going on might crash the economy. And on top of that, manufacture food, groceries, and the supply chain again. You really need to pay attention. And that thing going on over there in Ukraine, you really, 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 really need to pay attention. Go look it up. I watched it. I was like, ooh. And now, again, I'm a person to read between the lines. I could be wrong, and maybe I'm reading in between the lines incorrectly. I will give it that. And again, I don't already talk politics, but I do want to tell you, pay attention. It was a dude that came over from Europe. I can't remember, not prime minister. I don't know if he's an ambassador, who he was, but he came from Europe. And he said, he's sitting there talking to old boy at the White House. And basically has said that, they were talking about the Ukraine situation. And he says, well, I want to thank you. He's being cordial, being kind, being very polite. These is pink folk. And pink folks, they slick willy. So even the European pink folk, you just got to know pink folks, it can be dirty. They also can be slick willy, and they can smile and cut your throat. That's that. No offense to you pink people, but that's what pink people, a lot of times, black folks, we know that's what y'all do. It's the nature of the beast of who y'all are. There's very few, and God forgive me, some of what y'all do. And I'm talking about the pink people. I ain't talking about the white folk who might be decent folk who getting a wake-up call right now. I ain't talking to y'all. Because y'all was so self-centered. It was all about you. So you could care less about minorities. And now, oh boy, child, I love it. I actually, God forgive me, old boy screwing everybody, because it's not only racism, it's classism. This is what we're dealing with, both sides of the coin. That's what we're dealing with. And there's more y'all than there are of us. So at least those who want to classify in that category. But black folks, Latino folks, there's a reason they're rolling y'all out. Because you're right, you do have heavier, larger families. You populate more, and that is intimidating. They don't want that. So that's why they're rolling you out. I'm just telling you. And so for certain Latino people to get up and say, oh, we the original white people, you really might want to reconsider that. I'm just saying. Do you, boo-boo? But I'm just saying. Because you feel like by saying you white, you important. That's craziness. enjoy, embrace the fact of your heritage. And at least you get something called ethnicity. They still got us in color categories when it should be ethnicity African American because we come from all different areas of Africa. I'm just saying, crazy as hell. But I'm just saying, do you? Anyway, back to the conversation. Old boy from Europe is up in the office with our dude. He says something. Y'all go back and look this up if you can find it. It was not within the last couple of weeks, if that. Talking about Ukraine. Guy had glasses, if I remember, dressed very nicely, spoke very well. And he basically says, well, we really appreciate you trying to negotiate this peace deal. And Europe is going to take a more active role in conjunction with this. And we definitely are going to be working on a peace force, like a peace corps, a peace force that sound like they're going to put them on the ground in Ukraine to make sure we keep the peace. Now, I've learned in my corporate life, because sometimes, especially if you've ever black in America, you've been dogged. You just can't not have been. And you've had cutthroat pink people in corporations who talk to you like you dog, like they did with Zelensky in that office, because they feel like you less than them anyway, like they did with Zelensky in that office. And they treat you like you nothing, like they did. So black folks, anybody who's been in black corporate America, you've been through that before. I've been through that in churches. I've been through that in corporate America. I've been through that in families, where if you in a lesser position and how people just basically treat you like nothing. My biological mother, as a kid, you have abusive situations. I've been through that. I've been through that in corporate jobs a lot, where they just treat you like nothing because that's just how they treat you. They already have issues with you in general, right? And especially when it's pink folks and black folks. I'm just gonna go here. God forgive me, I'm just keeping it 100. But when Europe went in that office and he told him that, and he said, yeah, we're gonna have a peace team and have a more active role. Let me tell you what I heard. I'll tell you what I heard. Because what you also have to understand is Zelensky has already reached out to NATO. And he's like, look, United States got new leadership and they're siding with the guy, the Russian dude. And so I think we need Europe to be joint, Europe. And we need to just chop America out of this. And basically, if you remove America, it is a European alliance. And that's what Zelensky is asking for. So what Europe said in that office, if you read, I could be wrong. Maybe he meant exactly what he said. But I took it as something a little more. I did. Here's what I heard, y'all. My allergies have been going. Here's what I heard. What I heard was, we're going to have a peace team in conjunction with Ukraine. And if we're going to do this deal, we're going to do it that way. But even if we don't do this deal, we're going to have a peace team, that means military, in Ukraine. In essence, come with it if you want, America. Because now you're going to deal with all of Europe, with the exception of Russia. That spelled out a 3-letter word to me. Even though old boy, he ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, he want to talk to people up front crazy. And old boy did the true pink people way. They say something and mean a whole bunch more. Smile at you, yes. So, absolutely. We really want to thank you for X, Y, and Z. And so this is what we are going to be doing. And basically what they telling you is we're screwing you with a barbed wire condom. And and you come if you want to. And when we tell you it's raining, it's us really tinkling on your head. But we're gonna tell you in the nicest way. We ain't gonna say it as directly and crass as I just said that. We ain't gonna say that. Instead, I'm gonna tell you, oh yeah, we're gonna put a peacekeeping force. Say what? in order to assist with Ukraine. What the hey? See, he didn't hear that. He didn't. I heard it. He think I'm the big man. I'm the big dude on campus. And what that pink person said, if you wanna, we can go do this. Because if you cut yourself out, you just lost all your allies in NATO. And I don't know how many countries that is, but I think it's a bunch of European countries. A lot. And then if they align, let's do this, because it's war regardless. If we give up all of this over to you know who, there's a problem. So if they're going to be a problem, we're going to have a problem all the way around. That's what I took. I was like, ooh. So either way it go, bruh, come if you want to. Come if you want to. So Tiffany, Tiffany, do you do reefer or do you do drive-in? And I ain't gonna be on here much longer. I was only on for a little bit. If you're still in here. Y'all be watching though. Cause right now I ain't got a good feeling. And Tiffany, you doing trucks, so I don't know which one you doing. If old boy does all them tariffs and all these other issues and keep pissing folk off, we might not have no food. We already got the farmers. Some of them ain't got payments because he done canceled and fired folks and shut down different departments that have to do with our food supply, child. It's going to be a hot butt mess. Screwing over everybody and their mama. What's getting me is all the pink people that's sitting up there talking to these Republican and congressmen. And I was watching one lady. She said she in Oregon. I don't know what's true, what's false. But she been going, because now the pink folks is paying attention because it's affecting them. They didn't care about anybody. They didn't care about the minorities, but it's affecting them. And what they doing to the Latino folk is really going to affect the minorities because, and one of the people said, you know, a lot of the immigrants that come over here do really hard labor stuff. Okay, drive in. All right, got you. I used to do hazardous stuff. But a lot of the people who basically are coming over here from the immigrants, they do a lot of the labor in low-wage jobs, no offense. That's a lot of, unfortunately, our Latino brothers and sisters that come in here and very hard-working people. I ain't never gonna say nothing on that. Them some hard-working folk. They come over here and do those jobs, and now you want to get them out, which means what? The pink people, like, or maybe them the black jobs he was talking about for us. Baby! Oh, my Lord. I'm just really blown right now. Look, Shannon get ready to up the passport. I gotta get the passport up to date. I don't know if Fluffy in shape, but man, I almost want to relocate to another country. I'm just saying. But because this right here is some straight up cuckoo-ness. I'm just like, whoo, Lord. It's worse than the last time, which I think we knew that was gonna happen. What was I gonna say? It is worse than the last time when I think about it. I'm trying to think what I was gonna tell you. Man, I just went blank. See, I'm getting old. I'm getting old, y'all. When I see what's going on, though, right now, I think people need to be very aware. Even like right now, with doing the DEI boycotts, I'm having to rethink, where do I do my grocery shopping now? Where am I going to get these supplies? And like even Amazon, I wasn't really shocked about Amazon. But Walmart blew me back. They did. Because I was like, y'all got so many minorities working for y'all. Why would y'all do something stupid like this? I'm impressed with Costco. But I like Costco in general. Costco's always been better quality anyway. So I was like, okay. So I'm going to start my Costco membership again. Because I was using Sam's. But I'm going to go ahead and pop back over to Costco. And then my grocery stores. I got to find out the grocery stores that are on the list. But I figured it would. Tiffany, I just mentioned that in my Christian video because I did reefer. And so based on what he was doing, you've already stopped funding that U.S. aid. I guess it actually had, it also helped with farmers here in the U.S. And I'm not sure if it did farming abroad too. I don't know all of what U.S. aid assisted. I was just finding about it once he starts canceling it. And so I figured it was going to hit the food supply chain. And like I said, as I'm sitting here, because I did do trucking, what he's doing is going to impact, especially the amount of food we have coming out of Mexico. And I'm thinking, my God, what just the blatant buttholeness of the racism and classism out of that group. And because of narcissism, I told you, a narcissist will cut nose off to spite face. I saw my father do it. And it's like and then they'll screw themselves, and then they'll try to make it look like they planned it, or it was just something that just randomly happened. Right. Right. And that's going to affect the grocery supply chain. And it's also going to affect even food coming over here to the US. um Dock workers. I remember I went to cross docks. That's a heavy Latino group of folks loading them trucks. All the cross dock locations, the stuff that I was getting out of Yuma and Nogales, even on the borders of California, it's huge. I'm like, cut nose off, spite face. Cut nose off, spite face. The famous move of a narcissist. Just to do, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna do what I want to do, even if it's dumb, crazy, and stupid. They will do it, and they will screw themselves and you too. And don't they? And then they'll sit there and like it was just they'll lie about what happened and the whole mistake. Oh, I didn't do that, or what? Lie to lie. It's psychological. It's sick and it's twisted and it's weird. Just and like I said, I grew up with a father who was, I didn't grew up with him, but I got to know a father who was like that, and now it was the most weird thing to watch it. Bro, use this mover. It's $400. Instead, you pay some dude, a crackhead, and y'all move one piece of furniture. And the daughter, is she a bodybuilder? I mean, they just do weird stuff. Yeah, that's why you really need this. I'm help a friend of mine's son come, and we getting ready to get my little backyard patio garden, get it up and running, cause I want to be able to grow. Cause right now I don't need meat. Meat, I'm okay with meat right now. I'm actually probably gonna go a little more on the vegan side of things. Eggs, I'm okay. I done figured out. I'm gonna get me some tofu. I used to watch. I watch little videos, and I got that salt in there. There's a stuff called black salt, and it'll make something taste like eggs. Child, I'm gonna squeeze out some tofu. You say squeeze out some tofu, sprinkle that on there, and I'm gonna make me some tofu eggs. Like a tofu scramble. I'm good. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I got whatever eggs I got in there now. That's all that's gonna get used. I won't necessarily be buying no more eggs. I'm gonna do vegan style eggs. Get some tofu, squeeze it out, put some of that black salt on it. It'll make it taste like eggs. We got a winner. Throw some stuff in there, and you can make an omelet, a scramble. There you go. I'm good. I'm good. Or that just egg. That's another one. I can do that too. And then I think my niece told me another product that you can get that's almost like eggs. I'm good. That's vegan, vegetarian. It works for me. It's just me. We're going to make it work. But y'all make sure, and I've said this before, make sure you got supplies in your house. Right now I'm good because, like I said, I had stocked this house. I may have some things that are bad that I need to throw out. But I had stocked this house as if Grumpy and I were here because I didn't know. I knew something was coming. I just didn't know it was going to be this. So right now my supplies are pretty doggone good. But I'll be doing most of my shopping now at the Middle Eastern markets, the Latino markets, and the Asian markets. With the exception, depending on what's going on with Kroger and Safeway, I may visit them, especially now that I know Kroger got to drive up. I don't know if Kroger is part of the DEI. I got to find the list. But I'll do that. I'm going to honor it. And I didn't like either side. I didn't like either one. But this right here, this stuff that he doing is great. But I'm not shocked. But like I said, I also wonder if we're gonna be in a war here. Especially, oh, that's what I was getting ready to tell you. I knew I forgot something. So I was watching this one lady, white lady. She's out of Oregon, and she's really all into wanting the congressmen and all this stuff to wait to what she said in one of her recent videos. So she said she went to see her representative because, white folks been having a meeting. And that's when none of us are there. It's all them. I got one black lady. She said, y'all just stay at home. Black people, stay at home. This is a white people problem. Let them handle their white man. Oh, I was weak. She said it's a white people problem. We tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. So let them handle their crazy white man. This is more than we can deal with. And she's sitting up there. Oh, what's she called? I gotta see. If I find her name again, because she's on I have another YouTube channel for my Christian channel, and she pops up. I'll be here weak. She just be sitting playing the videos, drinking her coffee, and just sit with her degrees. The sister got degrees hanging on her wall. I'm like, this sister is off the chain. So she ain't stupid. She intelligent. And I ain't saying you gotta have a degree to be intelligent, but she intelligent. You can tell. And she sit there with her glass and just drinking coffee. She said, y'all got some tea. Y'all got some coffee. Come, I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. Let's go watch them talk to their representatives in Tennessee, in Texas. White folks going on. White folks hauling white folks up out of the meetings with the representative. Representative talk to the white folk crazy. They put you in office. I cannot. I was like, is this pink people? And she said, I'm just gonna help y'all. Y'all don't realize what it's gonna take to handle this. That same foolishness y'all had back on, was it November, whatever, when he was in office before and didn't want to leave, and they was the pink people was on the Capitol. She said, y'all gonna have to do that, and then so. And then she go back and she start drinking her tea. I'm like, this baby right here is straight funny. But anyway, the other lady I watch, I watch those two because I enjoy both of them. Other one's a little white. Now that's a black sister, but this one is a white lady, and she says she went to the meeting with her representative in Oregon. This was just, I think, either today or yesterday, whenever she went. Baby, she said that if they're not aligning with old boy, he's giving them death threats, the administration. She says, so some of these people are truly scared. Y'all heard me right. I don't know what's true, what's false. She said that the House of Representatives lady told him, she's a freshman in Congress or representative, whatever. And she told her that when they would go talk to certain of the Republican Party to get them to stand against it because they don't agree, they're kowtowing because if they don't agree and don't vote this way, there have been death threats to them and their family. Child. I don't know what's true, what's false. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can find the video again because I was sitting here with my mouth on the floor. I don't know what's true, what's false. I'm just like, oh. But the sad part is I wouldn't doubt it because this person wants to be that kind of a leader. And that is something that his buddy in the other country does. Remember, his buddy in the other country poison and kill people that don't align. Planes fall out the sky with folks in it who tried to do a coup. I'm just saying. So he told him, now he was truthful about this. He said, hey, vote me in and we won't have to go through this again. So basically, I'm staying in this position until I die out of here. Everybody told him about the Project 2025. I had people I know, I sent it to them. It was like, oh, well, I don't see no issues with it. Oh, okay. That's so they are. It ain't open anyway. Child, this is getting deep. And some people, and the sad part is I have some people, I have a friend of mine who's Latino, he's like, I don't watch TV. You dumb as hell. You need to be watching this right now. As in the words of Grumpy, his daddy told him he watched TV, he watched the news, so if they say run, ninja, run, he know to bounce. You need to be watching what's going on right now. Like I said, I watched a dude in Europe and I was reading between the lines, an old boy thinking he's stroking his Johnny. No, he wasn't stroking his Johnny. He was sending him a message. He basically told him, oh yeah, we gonna step in here in Europe. It was so smooth. When I watched it, I'm like, because he's educated on being his pink self, this guy from Europe. And he's educated on how smooth he's going to move. And I'm going to tell you, they're having conversations in the background how to deal with this foolishness. Believe me. Because how that man came in that office, how he interacted with him, it was so, I was like, oh, it gave me goosebumps. It was so smooth. And like I said, I sat there and I'm going, you aren't, this idiot don't even understand what you just said to him. He don't even understand what you just said to him. And that man basically said, at least if I'm reading between the lines, the way I understand how some pink people talk. And I could be wrong. He could have meant exactly just blatantly, but that sounds like he meant a little bit more. He says, well, you know, we're going to take a bigger role now in conjunction with Ukraine. And we're going to have a peacekeeping force in conjunction with Ukraine. So, yeah, we look forward to the fact that you're actually, you know, doing things to end this war. Well, we're going to have a peacekeeping force in conjunction with Ukraine. Baby, I don't think you reading between the lines. And that man is saying basically they making some decisions. And since you running whatever this train is that you running the way you running it, yeah, they might throw you the middle finger and come up on Ukraine if you want to. Then we're just going to call it World War III. Yep. And the Bible tells us, Matthew 24, I believe it is, the end is not yet. You're going to have rumors of wars, and the wars are nation against nation. But the end is not yet. It starts telling you all these things. It tells you don't be deceived. There's some stuff happening. And America hasn't had a war. I mean, we had foolishness when, was it November 6th or whatever it was, when it was hanging on pink people in White Capitol. But what he doing right now, and I said this to another friend of mine who is white, and I think she's a very sweet person, but I think a lot of people are deluded into thinking they're not racist. Everybody's racist. Even I'm racist. We all have racial biases. The reason we have racial biases is because we were raised up in the American system, which is racist. So we have racial biases. Now, are we racist like them folks that's the MAGA folks that are, what do you call them, the nationalists or whatever? No. That Nazi stuff? No. I'm not, but we all have racial biases, point blank period. You can't grow up in American society and not have it. I don't care who you are. Tell me you grew up in a small town or not, you got racial biases. We all do. Because if you didn't have racial biases, and I know you voted for this individual likely, then when you would have looked at everything, you would have chosen differently or abstained. You did not. November should have told you everything. But like I said, God allowed us to get us again. It is what it is. And a lot of the self-centered mindset, and especially, and this lady, I don't know, she got to be like a doctor or something, because I enjoy her one with the tea, the black chick. She said, just stay as quiet, stay at home. Here's some movies to binge. Oh, that sister right there. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna have to link it, y'all. I'll link it into the community page when I get her videos. Y'all link to that sister's page. She funny, and I'm gonna link the other lady who was in Oregon. I'm gonna go find her videos because she was in Oregon and she went to see, and she said that her representative said that the Republicans are getting death threats if they don't align with the administration, and that's why you're seeing a lot of foolishness pass. And again, he knows he's hanging with the right folk, and it's all about some money for him, but and stroking his own ego and the narcissism feeding that weirdness. But yeah, this is gonna get thick. It's gonna get thick. And y'all be in prayer, but get y'all house packed up. That's why I'm trying to get my house set up. I really don't want to leave my house. And I got mobility issues anyway. I'm good. I really am getting to the point just deliver it to the door. I'll drag it inside and stay in my house. I'm good. I don't want to be bothered. And I believe that as things go on, a lot of us are going to run into that. Their focus right now is a Latino people. And I watch a little girl talking about stay the original white folk. I'm like, what is wrong with you, sister? No, you're not. White was Anglo-Saxon, unless you're trying to go back to the Spaniards, and that's a whole nother conversation. Please go sit down. They told you exactly who you were at the Nazi convention before old boy got in office. They told you exactly what they thought of you. They told about all them babies. They told they were going to deport you, and that was one of his first items. And he's doing that. It's happening. And now They gonna find out. I watched some old man talking about he too old for this because then it took all the Spanish folks. It was hardworking folks, and so now he got to climb on roof and do the grunt work, and I'm not in the shape for this. Oh, you upset? But I bet you voted for it. Again, it's all about you. And did you vote for it because of racial issues? I know people who voted. Maybe they didn't agree with old girl on the gay agenda stuff, the transgender stuff, or the abortion stuff. So as Christians, they're like, yeah, I'm gonna go vote over here instead of just abstain and just say, okay, Lord, I'm gonna leave it in your hands, and whatever comes out, we got to work with it. Both sides are horrible. We really need a middle of the road party to bring some logic back to the country again, some common sense, some common ground. But that ain't what we got now. We got two weird extremes with two weird agendas. And unfortunately, that's what you got. And madness. Madness. But hey, and now we also have pink folks who have to look in the mirror and realize that since you made it all about you and not seeing the big picture, it is about all of y'all. Because unless you wealthy and rich, they really could give a good doggone. And they definitely ain't gonna have no black folks and Latino folks in the mix. So now we just got to get you, I hate to say, in a sense, trailer trashy white folks out the way. And we really don't care about y'all anyway because you're insignificant. You don't have enough money anyway. The dog whistle comes for everybody. And within your own pink people category, they even came for you. They checked you because of your class. You're not on their level, even though you pink like them. I'm just saying. And now you got to handle your stuff. When everybody told you, but you don't see us as much. And even though, well, no, I got black friends. Okay, I got white friends too. I also worked in corporate America. And I know about how cutthroat some of y'all. And I'm not putting everybody in a category. Am I going to say there's some decent folks that go into the category white? I hate the whole color code thing anyway. But there are some decent folks. It's not everybody. But unfortunately, you do have an issue in your ranks. And I'm with the sister. Get you some tea, find you some movies to watch, stay in your house, and let them folks deal with they folks. And pray they can deal with them folks. But I don't know what that is because I feel that on the Christian level, we heading towards a slippery trajectory. And based on what, and he wants a war anyway. That's not, he wants a war. He wants to go back to what I'm talking about, put the people back over in Afghanistan. He wants a war. He wants a war. He want that. It's a way to feel important. Also, wars tend to make you look at other things. So and when I think of him, I think of the cup game in New York with the ball in the cup, and they sitting up there, and you see them in the old shows, and they, right there in your face, Slick Willie you with the cups. They shifting the cups all around, fast movement. So if I get you distracted here, well over here, I'm putting money in my pocket. And we dealing with grifters, so that's what they do. Anyway, Miss Tiffany, I don't know if you're still on here. Have a good night. Anybody else, give us a like, thumbs up, share it out. I'm probably going to be on Sundays about 5:30. But I got to get off here. I got homework to do. I'm going to work on this desk area and catch up with a few things. If I can find those two women, I will put them on here because I've been, the black chick, she be having me rolling. And then the white lady just had my mouth on the floor when she said she went, and it was in Oregon. She went to her representatives. I'll put the links. I'll look it up as soon as I get off of here. And she said that they were being threatened. Hey, what's up? What's up, Miss Nifty? I love your picture. I can see it's tiny, but I can see you got the hair like Slade. How you doing and where's your weather? I'm getting ready to shut it down. How's your weather, though? Let me know how your weather is. And where were you at? Because I know you jumped in here before. We talked before. And y'all in the background, if anybody has the complete list of the DEI list of people, let me know. Or companies, put that, because I want to put that link. If I find a link, I'll put it in community page too. Raining, where at in the country? I forgot where you at. Raining would probably put you somewhere on the East Coast or upper Midwest area. Because it ain't raining here. I'm in Arizona. We need rain. We ain't had rain in for freaking ever. We need some rain. Okay, why? I think that's Kirk Franklin. Why is the song Rain Down on Me playing in my head after you said that? Y'all. Oh, you in Cali? Oh, you're Northern Cal. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Northern Cal is different from Southern Cal. Okay. Okay. Northern Cal's pretty. I love the drive from Northern Cal, going up through Donners, going up into Oregon and Washington. Love. Gorgeous drive. Love that drive. Wouldn't want to live in California. Zero desire to live in California. Wouldn't mind living in Oregon or Washington State, but they're high as hell. One of my friends, she just bought a house. I don't know that I ever want to live in Illinois, but she bought a house in the country of Illinois, 85K. I'm like, girl, that's a deal. And if I wouldn't have to deal with the snow, let me tell you, I'd probably be right behind her. Because it is pretty, but she got a nice house for 85K. That's a good doggone deal. Yeah, that's a good deal. I don't know where I want to live right now. Honestly, if I get in better shape, I would. Shannon want to throw the U.S. the peace sign. This is so much cray cray. I look, Fluffy want to go to take me to Thailand. I be watching stuff about Thailand. I'm like, it's a bunch of ninjas over there. Not that I want to hang out with the ninjas, but they ain't bothering the ninjas. Little Asian people and the ninjas, they like, hey, you buy our food, they good. I'm like, cool, I buy your food. And they courteous, they friendly. Even here, when I go to restaurants, little Asian people, they always cool with me, and I'm cool with them. At least, and I know some Asians can be. Well, it's probably because of things that they've had happen in conjunction with us. Some can be racist too. But when I'm dealing with mainly people from Thailand, I agree. There is because I've dealt with several. Actually, a friend of mine has a restaurant here, and I became friends with her and her family. And she said, "You stay after for good sake." I'm like, okay. And I haven't been there in a while, but she's from Thailand. And just I noticed that they interact with us way better. Even when I went to this one Thai restaurant over here, Costa Rica, they say it's real nice. Somebody on some of the expats on YouTube who are black, I think I saw them talk about Costa Rica, Bali. I know a couple been in Vietnam. Thailand has been the big one. Oh, I know a few people are in Japan. But I pretty much know that if I left, I'd probably end up in an Asian country. My top favorite food is Asian anyway. Sushi, Vietnamese, pho, Thai food. Matter of fact, I just had pad Thai yesterday. That's my top favorite food. I'm yeah, see the fingers, and I would throw America the peace sign out. Um, Probably if I was in better shape. Right now, we got to see what's gonna happen with the Ozempic to see if that gets me in better shape. And I got some things to find out about. We're going to the neurologist about the tremors. So, and my mobility is somewhat off. So it's like best way I can put it, it flares. Some days are better than others. Some days are worse than others. So anyway, y'all, let me get off of here. It's good to see you. I will be back on so y'all know it. And then I'll put in the community page the black sister I was talking about. Oh, you said hey, fried rice. Have you had pineapple fried rice? It's crack. And then the tyrants, you get me talking about food. Pineapple fried rice, I haven't had in a long time, but it's really good. And there's the place that's over here near me. It's a Thai dish. They do a mango sticky rice. Yes, the church has to say amen because it's on hit. But the pineapple fried rice on hit. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna order some this week now. They got me talking about it. And the yeah, that is really good. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's good. Anyway, y'all, I gotta get off here. So I got homework to do. If we've been on here almost an hour, I will be on. I will be on Sunday, and I think I'm just gonna make Sunday at 5:30 my standard time, unless something happens. So I'll be on next Sunday 5:30. That'll be shot number 7, and we just watch and see what's happening. I can tell a few things are different. I'm still having pain in the knee, but not as bad in the mornings is what it was. It's when I step, it's still bad, but yeah. Yeah, I'll be back on. I will just do 5:30 I think on Sundays cuz that's normally when I come on here. And I got some homework to do, but yeah, we'll chat. And girl, it's good to see you. And it's good to see Miss Tiffany cuz I knew Tiffany had been on here a while back. We hadn't talked. But Miss Nikki, is it Nikki? Nifty? Nikki Nifty, I think. I know I've seen you on here. We talked before. Anyway, peace. 212, y'all. I like to slay the hair girl. Slay it. Anyway, deuces.